Hi Gemini, welcome to your 2016 overview reading. I decided to make a year reading just to give a little bit more um, flavor and insight to this new cycle of time that it's beginning, and hopefully it will begin and end as best as possible. And so, as always, keep in mind that this is just a general reading. So in the course of the year, take what feels right and what resonates with your own life experiences. And if you would like a private reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. So Gemini, 2016 for you is a year of restructure and ending those loose ties and tying those knots that need to be tied and releasing what needs to be released and finalizing what needs to be finalized in a very determined, strong, grounded way. And so it could seem the beginning of the year, it could seem a little bit more sometimes hard to deal with and even depressive because you are putting a lot of focus on the physical aspects of your life, and those are exactly the aspects of life that are requiring from you a lot of determination, skills, and inner strength to deal with the challenges that may be presented in the best way possible. Because what will happen, especially in terms of financial pressures that you may be feeling or work situations that you may be going through, um, are really talking about a period in that area of life of endings and ending of a cycle so you can begin a new one. And you are dreaming to be this little bluebird flying away and exploring new lands and new exciting things. So there's a calling in you that will go higher and higher over the year to break free, to begin from scratch, to make a complete change of your life in a very determined way. But at the same time, you will feel the pressures of the reality. You will feel the pressures of the physical aspects of life falling down on you in the first half. I have to say, in a sometimes in a heavy way, because this has to do with the way your thought patterns around money, your thought patterns around the physical aspect of life itself, they keep you uh, feeling depleted and defeated on this area of life for some reason. And so this is why we really need to watch out in terms of energy, what is going on for Gemini in terms of finances, work life, and your own connection with earth, your own connection with your body and your health. It's a time, especially in the beginning of the year until mid year, it's time to again ground yourself. You have in the position of yourself the Page of Pentacles, talking about an opportunity coming your way exactly to help you, even though it may seem small, even though it may seem that it's not enough for what you need to feel secure and safe in this area of life. There's something approaching you that will give you hope, that will give you faith in terms of what you could financially and in terms of your career or work life, in what you can accomplish, even though you may face some struggles or pressures. So you begin the year determined again to ground yourself a little bit more, to work on your sometimes you could have some type of immature or lack lack of structure in the way you deal with money and the way you organize your work life. And it's a time where you will be determined to learn more of how to ground yourself, how to feel more connected with your own body, how to improve what you ingest, the type of foods you eat, what type of energies you allow in your space, in your body, and what you are working on releasing to be lighter, to feel lighter in terms of these challenges, to feel lighter within yourself, to be able to learn from the challenges by internalizing the situations in a complete different perspective. And if there's someone that can do this, is a Gemini, because a Gemini, it's very, very, it has a very broad scope of mind and a very high intelligence and quick thinking, but sometimes it loses itself on that scattered energy, not grounding the thoughts and being able to have this big picture and big vision out of what's happening. That's why your opposite sign is Sagittarius, helping you giving the big picture of situations. And so use your intellect, use your sharp mind to get you out of those challenges, to plan, to organize, to be thoughtful and careful of how you are handling your obligations, even your the type of things that unfortunately grounds us, unfortunately, sorry, ties us to heavy responsibilities that feel that sometimes are unbearable and that don't allow us to go after what we really desire. So it's also a very good time to know exactly what it is that you desire, because in the second half of the year, from summer on, things will be speeding up, things will be improving, things will be moving. So even though you begin this year feeling stagnant, feeling stuck, feeling sometimes depressed or very depleted of energy, you should watch your health. You should watch everything concerning your mental, emotional, and physical health to help you in this beginning of the year where energies will be very imbalanced for you and unstable. And so in the second half, things improve, things accelerate, things start moving at a different pace. So before you get there, also the cards advises you to really put your eyes on the stars, with your feet in the ground, look at the stars and realize the connection between your dreams, your higher vision, what you hope to achieve, and what you can get on reality. So you are asked to do this beautiful work between grounding and fertilizing, which is the water, which is the element of nurturance, bonding, connection, imagination, creativity, and peace. And other people may be helping you. This is the good thing during this year, even though um, you yourself alone may put yourself down a lot. People in your life will give you hope. People in your life will try to make you see the good things that could come out of this period. Because also together with the page of Pentacles representing you in the partnership position, you have the star. So this could be read in many different ways, but definitely there's this star in your life. There's this presence of a person that could feel as a dream, that could feel as someone pointing you again the direction to help you see the bigger vision, the bigger picture of the underlying real deep meaning of some tumultuous experiences that you may be going through. So it's a time to really look at your support systems, to look at your friends, to look at people you connect, that you allow yourself to connect, because you may be tempted here in the beginning of the year to withdraw, to have these pressures and have these problems, but keep a lot to yourself, where you don't really talk about it or where people don't really know that you are feeling this nervous, anxious energy so much. And so there's a star out there. There's someone definitely that could come into your life and help you heal and help you balance again the water with the earth. It can give you a sense of uh, ferti- fertilizing what it feels dry right now in your life, what feels harsh, what feels difficult. So really look at your loved ones. Really look at the ideas they could inspire yourself with, because those ideas could be great. At the same time, it's a good time to associate, again, to partner up, not only in terms, of course, of love relationships, but in terms of friendship, networking, associations, business partnerships. It's a good time to do that, because the hope and the healing for you this year are in terms of your heart, in terms of people, in terms of your social connections, and how you give yourself and allow others to give something back to you. And listen to their advice, listen to their guidance, because it's really coming from a place of deep clarity and deep emotional honesty to help you in some way, to guide you, to teach you something in regards to your dreams. This could also, of course, and always be very simple, as you may find someone that feels like a dream. You may find someone either in a love relationship or in a special, significant relationship of any kind, someone that feels very unique, very special, very out of this world. Again, that could help you not give up your higher aspirations and your highest ideals. It's someone that will infuse in you a lot of idealism, and that is beautiful, Gemini. Because when we are facing pressures and challenges, it's hard enough. But when we are facing it alone, it's even harder. And when I mean alone, of course, it's being alone. It's really not about having or not having people in our life. Is when we feel so disconnected within ourselves that even though those people we love and those people that understand us and help us, we cannot help but feel alone even with them. So if you are feeling that, or if you will be feeling that, pay attention to it. Pay attention to your thought patterns that may be really depleting you and keeping you from enjoying this amazing star, this amazing opportunity to grow a lot in terms of relationships. And again, in terms of that, not only that, in the other social area, you have the Fool, another major, and the Six of Swords. So this could also be very well representing that maybe you will receive an offer, or you will receive an invitation or a proposition to change location, again to move forward, to take a new complete direction, to take a leap of faith and change what you are doing that it's not satisfying you, and to go with them, and to feel inspired to move forward, feel inspired to experience new interesting concepts out there. So the fifth house with the Fool, the fifth house deals with creativity, with your self-expression, with your heart, with romance, with the ability to enjoy life. And the Fool in the fifth house means that you are having high visions and high calling to free yourself from old ways that don't make sense anymore of expressing your truth, the truth that lies in your heart, and at the same time a big desire to begin something new, something really new and unique in the area of creative self-expression. So you may be thinking about um, making this happen, but probably far from where you are, or understanding that in order to make it happen, you need to go far from old ways of thinking. You need to think outside the box. You need to do things different. So you may be involved with people and projects, again, that are very unique. They have a very unique vision, out of the box completely, a lot of innovation, a lot of, no, I don't want to say eccentric, but a lot of fast fast forward, into the future type of thinking, and a type of projects that could find you really again feeling inspired to move away from the negative, move away from the old ways of putting yourself, taming yourself in a contained box, where you should be freeing yourself to this new way of expression, this new way of relating, this new way of connecting with your own heart. So if this area of your life, the Fool for me really talks about the archetype of revolution. It's like you stop caring, you stop limiting, you stop conditioning, and you just break free, even if it means that for a while you will have no security, no safe answers, no definitive anything, but you will have yourself, you will have your freedom back, you will have your sense of excitement and amusement and joy back. And so in the journey, in these areas of life are telling you to do that, are telling you and advising you to be to take a risk into this new type of expression or this new type of venture, which could be traveling to a different place, trying a new project, going away from the place you are used to live for years and just go live abroad, or simply change the path of your career into something that it feels much more unique. Because in the fourth and the 10th house, you have the chariot in the fourth, indicating that you could be moving from your place, you could be moving from your home, you could be moving from um, the place you are in right now, or thinking more and more to push forward and to make this change happen and to leave again all the pressures and responsibilities behind you. And then in the 10th house that talks about your your ambition, your status, your highest goal, you have the Five of Cups. So there's something about your work life, there's something about it that is not satisfying you. And more in 2016, you will be in this pressure where you feel that really everything around it, it's negative. Everything around it, it's unclear, and it depletes out of your energy, and just it makes you very tired and sad and sorrow around it. So your work life, your goals, your highest goals, not the day by day work, but the highest ambition you have to what you want to accomplish and achieve, is talking about maybe changing those old conditioned type of goals. And that's why you are breaking free. And that's why you are in a process of finalizing that old cycle, because the new cycle, it's a completely different one. It's something that is much more connected with your wild spirit, much more connected with your true soul purpose. And so the chariot actually can be a help pushing you forward. It can be a help making you travel, making you move, making you succeed, because the chariot is success, it's victory, it's success in everything you decide to decide upon. So you want to go from some long time, go and try to live 1 year in London, go. You want to change your course of your your course on college, or any your degrees or your type of studies, do it. The fourth house, it's your inner self, it's the more intimate, private house where you connect with yourself at a deep level, like no one knows you, only yourself. It's your soul, it's your home, your internal home and your physical home. It's your family, it's your ancestors, it's your past. And you are advised really to put this past behind, because you want it, because you need it, because you really want to just break free. And the thing is, you have to make this commitment, because if it was the opposite way, you would be more determined to make this movement, in my opinion. But in this way, this commitment of change, either from locations, even from simple things as just changing for a different apartment in the same city, it doesn't matter. Any type of change or thought of big change of moving you are making, this has to be a commitment that first is made inside of you, because it's the fourth house. So it's a commitment that you have to make within you, that yes, I want to change at a deep level, and I want to move forward, and I want to leave the past behind, and I want to not forget, but I want to move beyond it. There's something more for me. There's something more waiting um, for my experiences, for my growth, for my evolution. And to share it in the fourth house talks about opportunities to move, opportunities to really be pushed to move, either from you or from your unconscious, pushing you to make the decisions to travel internally or externally. And maybe this will happen because you will face some type of big disappointment or loss in your work life, or something will reach to a point that you will no longer be able to sustain it because it's turning so negative and so full of issues and um, difficult type of energies, like bad type of coworkers, bad type of energies in the work environment, bad type of people that are really taking out your vital energy and your ability to be optimistic again about these changes you are wanting to promote. And then in your mind, your higher mind and your lower mind, you have wands cards, and you have the 10 of wands and the 5 of wands. Again, it's a year where you really need to pay attention to your mental self, to your intellect, to the way you allow yourself to think, to the tiredness of your mind, to the war happening inside of you, pushing you and pulling you in very different directions, making you sometimes feel so distressed, so distressed, and at the same time, again, determined determined to change, determined to push forward all the situations that need a final push, that need a final handling, and doing it. And so mentally, 2016, it's not an easy year, but it's a year where you can get big results and the best results when you put your effort to finalize the way you think, to move away from unnecessary conflicts of your mind, to understand the war you put your mind into many times by suffering for anticipation, by identifying yourself too much with the negative aspect of change instead of looking at the bright possible ones, and to putting yourself in a place again of exhaustion. You're mentally, mentally and physically, but especially mentally, you will feel many times very exhausted, very exhausted. And at the same time, that exhaustion sometimes you can have very highs and lows. One time, and this is what promotes the deep exhaustion that I feel is that you will have high times when you are so determined and when you are so tired that you just want to finish this and you just want to change and you just want to get it done, that you put all the last bits of energy into this use and you become inflamed. And so when you have the breakdown is as twice as difficult and it's twice as tired you would feel because you were not balanced in this type of give and take type of exchange of energy. So you really need to pay attention to your mental self, the higher mind and the lower mind. Joining them together, your beliefs are changing, and this is the problem. Your beliefs are being tested by yourself and by probably by circumstances around you. You don't know what you believe anymore. You will have times where your beliefs will seem to be in a conflict with each other. And that will create, again, some type of hard feeling and that you are carrying sometimes in your mind a lot of burdens. But you keep a lot of these burdens to yourself, and again, take a look at the real love that is out there wanting to help you, wanting to guide you. Look at your support systems, your families, your family, your friends, your loved ones, the people you connect at a deep level, because they will help you go through this period. The good thing is, I believe this period is the first half of the year. And like I was discussing yesterday with a friend, which actually she has a lot of Gemini energy, is it better to have a bad or a more challenging beginning of the year and a good, more positive ending, or the other way around? In my opinion, I believe that it's better to face up front what it is that it needs to be faced, the lessons that are needed to be integrated and dealt with in a more challenging way in the beginning and then ending in a good note. That's my opinion, but that could be an interesting opinion that I would like to listen from you. And either way, it seems that for you it will be like this. The first half, it will feel more tired because you are finalizing a cycle in terms of your energy, creative self, work life, family life, and your finances, the physical aspects of life. And all of this are your main focus of attention. Work, 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 rest, rest, rest. Sometimes depression, sometimes being a lot inside of yourself, becoming hard on yourself, becoming in a war within yourself, and having a hard time relaxing. It's what I want to say. You will need, deep need to relax. Find places, find moments in this period to rest, to eat well, to take care of yourself, to meditate, to do any type of techniques that you use to relax and calm yourself and give you good feelings. Financially, like I was talking about, you have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Page of Cups. So pressures financially are present in the beginning of the year, like I told you. But this is really has to do with the emotional way you attach yourself to money and to possessions, and having or not having those possessions, depending on those possessions to feel valuable, to feel that you are worthy, that life and you are in the same at the same level in terms of worth, which is something society puts a lot on us, that we are only as valuable as the more physical things we acquire: status, recognition, certificates, degrees, years and years of study in college to give us a paper to call us smart or ready to face life. Your bank accounts, the numbers on that bank accounts, your prizes, all of that. I'm sorry, but it's so limiting. So this is really what it's asking you for the change, the way you allow yourself to be defeated by financial losses. So because it's a process of learning that either when you gain a lot or when you lose a lot, when you are facing a good period in terms of money and work, when you are facing a bad period in terms of money and work, they are really the same, just a different side of the same coin, which is this need to understand that we don't own anything, and we are not an attachment to our values in terms of acquirements and possessions. So even though money, unfortunately, yes, it's very necessary to make us feel safe, because we need food, we need house, we need clothes, we need all that type of things um, to feel again more comfortable in this human reality. This cannot be just your main focus. This cannot be where you rely on. This cannot be where you rely on with your soul and your emotions to feel or not feel good. And to know that things will be okay. You have the Page of Cups in the opposite house, again talking about others' values, other people sharing things with you that will help you, again, even if you perceive it as small or not enough. They will, first of all, what they will give you and the help they will offer to you and the money will get to, it's something that comes from the heart. It's a message, an opportunity that comes really from, if you believe in, from the divine, to show you in those little signs, to keep your faith, to test your faith, to test how you are doing, how you are working in this Ten of Swords, how are you allowing yourself to be reborn in the financial area of your life. And so the pressures here, I'm not going to say they are easy. Of course, they're not, but they are necessary, that they have a deeper meaning, that they have a deeper reward at the end, even if you cannot see it now. Yes, definitely. I face a lot of periods like that. Because when we take a risk, when we start going after our dreams, When we want to live a true authentic life by just expressing who we are and creating things out of that, when we share our magic, when we share our talents, when we put out there things that we know it's a part of our unique selves and a part of our way in our journey, we are taking a risk because society is not wired to understand that. Society is not yet ready to even reward or accomplish that as valid. Anybody that would say that you live as a tarot reader in a YouTube channel will call me completely crazy, right? That's not a real work. That's a hobby. Tell me what you do for a real life. So you may be facing similar challenges. That's why I'm giving you my own example, but I'm sure no, there is a lot of them out there for you. If you do identify with this financial problems and work problems, know that you are called to break free from your old self, begin from the zero, and do something unique and be involved in a project, in a group of people, in something that is really outside of the box and that will create a lot of happiness to your inner child and to the way you allow yourself to express that inner child out, that in this period of time is probably feeling very trapped because you need excitement, you need exchange of ideas, and that's where your main strength and shine is. So no matter how many challenges you may be facing, watch out for depression thoughts, depression modes. Keep yourself motivated, keep yourself um, in that higher vibration of understanding that things don't stay the same. Things are always changing. Life is always in a process of transformation, and you are no different. But we need to learn the message. We need to learn what exactly that experience is telling me or talking to me about, and where can I match it or meet it halfway to help myself and the process itself to make it more um, to make it feel as smoothly and beautiful as possible. It's like the process of the butterfly, from the caterpillar to the butterfly. So, and then, and finally, you have the Knight of Pentacles in the sixth house and the Four of Swords in the 12th. So it seems that finally, in the end of the year, you really take your rest. You really take your time to recoup all that energy that you lost in the beginning. You take your time to just sleep, restructure your mind, restructure your thoughts, restructure your beliefs, your new perspectives, and take it slow. The final months, especially November, December, it's where you will find more peace in your mind because you have a lot of duality. In the beginning, you have work, challenges, pressures, responsibilities. And the second half, you have sudden movements, sudden changes, or things where you need to adapt quickly. And then you breathe. So at the end of this year, try to recoup and gain energy as much as you can because be ready to all that it's there waiting for you in 2016, that it's allowing you ultimately, in my opinion, structure a new sense of foundations and structure, finding that structure in a different way, building that structure in your unique way. Your structure is not the common way of structure, let me tell you, and this year it's a year where you will find that. You will find that the way that what makes you feel truly safe and what makes you feel truly uh, rooted, it's not the same thing that most people believe root and ground means. So you will be in that process of discovery, especially after this move or this travel or this new course of action you take. And you will find a lot of love and a lot of enjoyment again um, in the people around you, in new people that may come into your life that are very unique. and very creative. And at the same time, you will find your heart and you will find your heart's peace the more you try again to work on your mind, to work on your structures of your mind, to work on your sense of introspection, taking a lot of time to reflect, a deep reflection, and then giving it a good higher meaning of those thoughts. So it seems a very exciting year, very interesting, very bound to freedom and following the song of your spirit. So Gemini, I wish you a great year. Thank you for listening, liking, subscribing, and we'll see each other soon. Hi Gemini, welcome to your 2016